Welcome to another video in this brand new series, Let's Learn Afrikaans. If you're new here, welcome. If you joined me from TikTok, thank you so much for coming over here. It really means a lot to me to have your support on both platforms, and I know a lot of people have been asking me to do more longer videos that explain things a bit more, and I feel like YouTube is the best platform for that, as opposed to TikTok, which I will be continuing to do just basically short form, quick bursts of information and answering all of your questions. So if you do have a question about this lesson, about any of my previous lessons, please go over to my TikTok. Just reply to any video that you want. I will see your comment and hopefully I can make a video on that. So getting into today's video, pronunciation in Afrikaans, open and closed syllables. So if you're asking, what are open and closed syllables? Don't worry, that's exactly what we'll be covering in this video. So basically, the easiest way for me to explain this is to go through a quick example. So what I mean by open and closed syllables, or why they matter in Afrikaans, is because of the way you pronounce a word. And obviously, before you can really start getting into learning a language, you need to know exactly how to pronounce the words. Because sometimes you have words that are spelled the same, that look very similar, but they have completely different meanings and you say them completely differently. So as you can see, we have a little tree here, and that's relevant to our first word at the top, boom, which means tree. That is the singular form of tree, boom. Underneath that, we have the plural form of tree in Afrikaans, bome. Not boom, which might be your natural instinct to say, bome. Then, if we move on to the bottom two words, we have bom. Now this is in English a bomb, and that is the singular. But then the plural, which has two M's, you say bomme. So the top one, boom, boemme, and the bottom one, bom, bomme. And this is what I mean by open and closed syllables. Or this is why they are important, for you to be able to understand why we say each of these words in a different way, even though they all have a B, an O, and an M in them. So as you might expect, it's all about the syllables. And if you still don't understand, don't worry, we're building up to it. Hopefully by the end of this video, you will understand. So here are the rules to hopefully make it easier for you. Rule number 1, if the syllable is open, if it ends on a vowel like A, E, I, O, or U, then it is a long sound. Whereas rule number 2 tells us if the syllable is closed, it ends on a consonant. So that could be your B's, your D's, your S's, your T's, and the rest of the alphabet that are consonants. It is a short sound. So going back to this slide again, as you can see, boome, the plural form of boom, which is tree, the way you would break that up into syllables would be boe and me. So the boe ends on an open syllable because it ends on a vowel, like rule number 1. And that's why it's a long sound, boe. Whereas bome, the bottom word, the plural form of bom, you would break that up into syllables bom, me. Because the first syllable ends on an M, which is a consonant, the O is a O instead of a ue. Does that make a little bit more sense? So let's get into a few more examples in case you need it. First word, man. Means man. Pretty easy, right? So the reason that is an ah sound, man, is because it's one syllable and it's closed. It ends in an N, which is a consonant. Rule number 2, which means it's a short sound, man. Whereas the word underneath it, water, water, water. As you can see, I broke up the syllables for you there. Va, ter. It's 2 syllables. The A is open, ends on a vowel, which means it's a long sound, va, and then ter. The E is a short sound because it's closed. It ends with an R. Then we have op, which we learned in our previous video, which means up or on top of. Op. One syllable, closed with consonant, short sound, op. Whereas mutter, motor, as you can see, I broke it up for you again. Mutter, mutter. 2 syllables. The first O is open because it ends on a vowel, mu. Second O is closed because it ends in a consonant, ter, mu, ter. Then if we move on to surplus, sur, plus. 2 syllables, both of them are closed because both of them end in a consonant, so it's a it's very short, surplus. Whereas student, 2 syllables again, the U is open, ends with the vowel, stu, not student. The E once again closed, so it's a short sound, student. And that's that. That's all there really is to say about it. It's really as easy as that to remember. All you have to do is just practice your reading, practice your pronunciation. Believe me, it will come naturally. If you just grasp both the rules, it becomes so much easier. And even if you don't completely understand it right now that you have at least the knowledge of this in your brain, as we continue on in other lessons, learning more words, learning more sentences, you will after a while start to realize that, oh, this is where this comes in handy. So if you do still feel a little bit confused and you've rewatched this video and you still don't understand, please comment down below. Please ask a question on my TikTok, and hopefully I can help clear things up even more.